All right, good day, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be making this style of gele that you are seeing, and the measurement of the ashoke that I'll be using is about 56 by 36, 56 in length and then 36 in width. So after that, I'll just dictate or look for the midpoint, and then I'll start to pleat like you see me doing now. So the part you see me pleating is actually the middle, right? That's the part about 28 inches of the ashoke that you see me pleating together. So after pleating it together, I'll simply get a bias or anything I can actually use to tie it, and then I'll tie it. The reason I'm tying it is to keep the pleat that I have created secured. That's number one. And then number two is for me to actually know the midpoint, the middle, so that when I am placing it on my dummy, I will know the parts that I am using separately, so that one part will not be actually longer than the other. And again, why did I fold though? Another thing is that because I am not tying it like you are tying on somebody's head, so I really need to hold a pleat together. So the next thing I did was to fold about 1.5 inch inward, and then I'll place it on the dummy and pin. I'll do this for both sides, both the left side and the right side. I'll fold about 1.5 inch inward, and then I'll pin it 1.5 inch inward, then I will pin it. So when I am done with this, I will pick it. That is the part that I have pinned down already. Now I'll try to get the edge and then work it down like in a triangular form, so that it will enable me to tie the gele together, because I actually want to tie the middle. That is this that's the style, you understand? I want to tie the middle because that is the style. I want to tie the middle. So this is what I'm talking about. I just create I pick the parts that I have tied down and the part I pinned down, and then create a way I can tie it. So right now I have one part of it held. I will go to the second side and then try to pick it together, and then I will tie it equally. I will tie it. Yes, I will tie it. So you can see the way I'm doing it. The process you see me doing now is the same process I did for the first side. Yes, so after this particular process, I will just tie together. Yes, so for this first part, you can tie it up to 2 times if you wish, 3 times if you can, but for me, tying it twice is okay. The remaining part of it, I just use my pin to secure, but that pin I'm using, I'll surely remove it later and then use needle and thread in place of that. All right, after this, I will go back to the back. That is the place, the part where I secured with the bias, and I'll go back to arrange the pleat. You know, I pleated that part before I tied it, and after tying, that pleat is still somehow secured there. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm trying to arrange the whole gele with using that pleat. I'm trying to arrange the whole gele using that particular pleat I created at the back. The only reason this unconventional gele is different from the round is the fact that there is a tying at the middle. That's the only reason it is different. So since the tying at the middle makes it different. What I am doing now is I will pick the first side. When I get to the middle, I will stop there. I will secure it there, and then I will go ahead and pick the second part. When I get to the middle as well, I will stop there, and then the next thing I will do is to just tie it together. Once I tie it together, that part is closed. I'll tie it together and just arrange it in such a way that the finishing will be beautiful. In case you want to ask if you can use ashoke less than what I have, yes, the answer is yes, you can. You can use 4 pieces of ashoke, which will give you width of 24, but for the length of 56, I don't think you can go below that 56, because it has to be a way that both sides can come together. So if it's shorter than 56, the probability that you might not be able to tie the middle might just occur. So I will not advise that you go below the length, but you can actually use below the width, which is very okay. All right, so you can see I have arranged this part. I'll be doing the second part off camera, so I hope you've watched this part very well. If you have not, replay it again and watch it very well, because the second part is off camera. Yes, so this is just the conclusion of this part. I just simply arrange it. That's the reason you need to fold. While folding it at the beginning, you need to fold it well and make sure that it is well, the pleat is well defined. You understand? Because it has a way of affecting you if you don't define the pleat properly before. Are we together? So this is just it. I will be going to do the second part and it will be off camera, and then the next thing we will do, now I am done with the second part, and the next thing I'm doing is just tying it together. Yes, so you can see when I tie this finishing together, I actually tied only one part together. I only tied it once, so when I tied once, the next thing I'll do is I look for a good finishing. You understand? The best placement that I can make. After that, I'll just use my needle and thread and then secure it. After that, I'll place it on the base, because the base is already prepared, and this is how it will look. After that, I'll just come to the back where I tied before, use my needle and thread to go through it, so that by the time I cut it separately, it will not loose. So now that I'm done securing it, I'm just going to cut off the bias, and then I'll cut the ashoke to separate it. The part I'm separating now is the part I will actually add the handle to. After that, I am done. So this is all. I do hope you enjoyed the tutorials. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so, and I'll see you in my next class. Bye.